like I say, I too am a Doom fan, or a fan of I believe it was Sid Meier's a Doom, whatever. Doom, what's it called, shoot monsters and stuff, all that. I was a big fan of that too. Um, Games and computer games, also paintball, whatever. Like I said, my North Korea contacted me, or my War Department contacted me, my military contacted me, and said, "Well, we want to kill. I mean, we want to not kill. We want to practice maneuvers, but blah blah blah. We want to know how you want to do it." And I was like, "Powder charges? I don't know. Flour, maybe some sort of paint. I don't know." To score hits or whatever, because North Korea and South Korea apparently wanted to play together with the big warships. Like I said, I am Lucifer Starline. Like I said, Belfast Shipyard, White Star Line Company, the Nelson class, blah blah blah, the USS or SS Rodney, all those battleships, those were mine. Cannons, going back a long, long, long ways. Um, like I said, it's a little bit different for me. I'm not the person. I'm not a person that would. It's not. It wasn't about seeking revenge, or well, at one point in time, like I said, I believe it was my Birmingham people, or my LS people, my Irish people. They were attacked, or one of my groups was attacked without warning, and blah blah blah. And that's when I think we might have started building the battleship Revenge. Because, well, like I said, I was pissed because like I said, they had attacked my battleships, or attacked one of my battleships, and one of my groups. But like I said, with all LS things, or with all White Star Line things, basically, like, we're talking about like 2,000 people dying, like what happened at Pearl Harbor. And like I said, I had many inquiries done into what was happening in Pearl Harbor and World War II. Like I said, at one point in time, I told my people, I said, I want you to take Germany apart if you have to, stone by stone, but find out what happened. I want to know what was happening in there and what happened. You know, I want to know where my people are. Anyway, yeah, quite a bit of money was spent on Germany and finding out what was going on during World War II, and finding all the different mass grave sites and what was going on with them. Like I said, I was one of the people who actually wanted people buried with honors and respect in individual graves, not mass grave sites. Thousands or millions of years ago, they might have been doing that kind of stuff. But anyway, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I mean, basically, I'm the Lucifer Star God. Whatever. It's government authorized delusion. And like I said, some people came to me and told me about the government authorized delusion, and I said, no, you cannot do that. I forbid you. But they started doing it anyway. Whatever. And like I said, subsequently, at several different times when I was talking to people, I would always tell them that I was not. And I made the mistake of telling one group of people I think that was Jesus or something like that, or whatever. I don't really know. Like I said, whatever. My mistake. Well, I mean, like I say, a lot of people were trying to find me to kill me. And I'm pretty sure quite a few different people, including possibly the Hells Angels, wanted to come to my house and shoot me in the head. Which is not very nice to do to a 9-year-old child on vacation. Creator on vacation. So, anyway. Well, I made the mistake. Well, I think they actually nuked Japan, or they were nuking or carpet bombing without my permission. I was getting mad. And I was saying that I was not going to lie for them, or whatever. Anyway, whatever. We're talking about, the big boys. Basically Nixon or Jimmy Carter or somebody in the White House or someone in the government, basically. Because I wasn't allowing them to do that. They were hurting and persecuting people, and they weren't supposed to be doing that. They were acting with, outside of the little box which I had allowed them to fly in. But like I say, I do love the Irish. I did love Belfast a lot, and like I said, they did kick ass. I'm pretty sure. All the ships and all the different crews, that's why whole ship crews were photographed, just in case something bad happened to them, so we'd know who was on board the ship when it went down and stuff like that. Mostly for identification, in case the ship sank. So anyway, because sometimes people would be like, "I was on the ship, blah blah blah," and it's like, no, you weren't. Where? So that's why we had pictures and everything else. Like I said, I am the great Lucifer Star. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't really matter now. Anyway, though, yes. And yes, as far as the football people, yes, there was a time. Well, the football players were just taking steroids. Like I said, there was a time when they weren't allowing the public to know about the steroids, and I was one of the people who was saying it's drugs. It's just a drug. They inject it. They inject it into the muscle. Like I said, uh, Germany or whatever, you can take steroids orally, but it doesn't really work as well. I think the better steroids is where you inject it directly into the muscle and go and or something like that. It's some sort of drug that you inject into the muscle, and basically you get like. It also causes neurological problems with your brain. So if you take too much, that's why they inject it into the muscles, because when you inject it into the muscles, it's less likely to go into your brain or something like that. Or there's I don't know, scientists, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. It's like, yeah, they were doing it, and like I said, it was Richard Nixon or JFK basically when JFK became honorary member of that school basically, um, or honorary whatever. He was actually becoming dean of the school, and what they were doing is they were trying to get access to the steroids, blah blah, so they could become, and then they could live and die on the beaches of Hamama or whatever. There's some beach somewhere where there was a really nice beach where there was a lot of girls that were there, and they can live and die. And it's like, if you live, then you'll sleep with a girl, and if you die, then you go home. Ah. Yeah, whatever. That's basically what John McCain and Richard Nixon and a bunch of other idiots were doing. Fuck. Great nations building the world's largest ships, the world's best aircraft, and basically it comes down to pretty much my top people living and dying on the beaches, or what's called, and selling bad German sausages or bad German hot dogs when they're like 2 days away from the expiration date. So by the time they were actually giving them to people, they were actually bad hot dogs, and the people were actually getting sick from the hot dogs. So, yeah. They could have actually been giving them normal hot dogs, but that would have actually cost money. So, they just assumed that they would be good 5 days past the expiration date. Or 10 days or something like that. So the hot dogs were actually making people really sick. And he supposedly was doing and then they posted in the newspaper how he was doing such great things for people and being so nice. He was actually making a lot of people sick. Stupid piece of shit. Anyway, whatever. So, anyway, yeah. So, yeah, and JFK and Nixon were basically doing the frat group. And realistically, they're hazing people and just trying to, whatever. Stupid. Stupid fucking idiots. And later on, they were doing the Alfa Romeo, smell yourself a gut blanket and run across Coldwell on LSD. Yeah. Yeah, White Star Lines, world's biggest ships, world's biggest aircraft, colony ship, stone buildings, first in steam, first in hydropower, first in cruise, first also in mass production cars, first in trains, and yeah, at some point in time, my White House, my DC building gets associated with that. Like I said, I didn't go low. A lot of people were like, Lucifer, how far are you fallen? It's like, I didn't really fall. That was not me. I was like, that was the black race, and and some other people. They were like, that wasn't me. That was that was someone else. Me, I was like, what the? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Um, no, that was JFK, John McCain, Richard Nixon, and a bunch of really fucking stupid people. And like I said, Germany was actually getting quite a lengthy report on JFK, Richard Nixon, and John McCain, and a bunch of other people. That's another reason why they attacked Germany, is because Germany had this huge list of photographs, pictures, documentation, recordings. Germany had this ironclad smackdown case against them that was total and devastating, and where you'd basically walk up and go to a few of them. Some of the information I'm telling you now about the White Star submarines and Pearl Harbor and everything else like that. So that's one of the reasons why they're going after Germany and me and some of the other people. And after they went after Germany, then they went after blah blah, and went after blah blah, and went after blah blah. So much so that by the time Richard Nixon or the Republicans were done, that people were just like, yeah, we might have believed you the first 2 times, but this is the 10th time. And Richard Nixon's way of basically dealing with that was basically, well, hey, we lied to them, and then we took those people out, and then we're just going to kill these people that we lied to. And that's basically the way they were doing it. So anyway, like I said, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure about the details. There was so much death and so much just fucked up. That's why everyone was calling it politics and play the game. There was no game. There's no politics. There's a bunch of people just killing as far as they possibly could and lying as much as they possibly could until they couldn't lie anymore, and they blah blah blah. And it was just really bad. Ridiculously bad. So, and like I said, they made the mistake of calling my Auschwitz, my work sites, bad. And it's everyone knew about what was going on in Auschwitz and some of my sites. It was public record. It was photographed. It was pictured. Every single one of my departments, every single thing. Like I said, Nixon accidentally stepped on the fact that I was doing a recorded history in the middle of what he wanted to do. And it's yeah, it's not just on the earth. It's not just in Germany. It's not just in Japan. It's not just in Ireland. It's not just whatever. 400 planets. And yeah, you're kind of part of it. And we've been doing it since before you were born. And probably going to be doing it after you're dead. And, it was this big thing. Because, yeah, I built 800 galaxies and all these life forms and, So, yeah, 9 of the oldest life form types in the universe. And the female human race only counts as 1. Maybe 2. But not really, just 1, really. So, a lot of people were saying, yeah, well, you had Mexicans, you had blah, blah, you had blah, blah, blah. And it's no. No, I create inside-out exoskeletons, which makes up the human race, female and male. And that only counts as 1, really, in my 12 of the oldest. So a lot of people were thinking, yeah, he had Japan, he had blah, 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 and blah, blah. And it's no. The whole race. I mean, the whole life form type. The whole thing, no. I have 12 others. Yeah. 9 of the oldest races. Of the oldest life form types. So humanity only counts as 1. I would, what? I'm going to count. That's like saying a zebra is different than a stallion or what's it called? It's no, they're all horses. So the whole thing, no. So yeah, humans were a little bit confused about the whole thing. And I was no. I got 9 others. Technically, I have 4 exoskeletons, but blah blah. But I made one really super smart one or whatever. I was working on making a whatever. And this was thousands or millions of years ago. Boy, long before humanity was ever in existence. This was just me and the exoskeletons back then. So, anyway, yeah. So, yeah. There was a lot of... humanity was what? It's yeah? Didn't you know?